Hello and welcome to more Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts! Last time we unlocked a new game world, Banjoland, and today we're going to go back into it. Now, I did say that we were going to do Banjoland Act 3 and 4, but I kind of underestimated the length of Banjoland 3. It has 3 Jiggy missions and 3 Ginger missions, and we do have some collecting to do as well today, so we're just going to do Banjoland 3 today and that collecting. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is go off to Lakeshore right here, because that's kind of where Banjoland is. You can see a lot of the crates just kind of chilling all around here. We'll get to that, but first I do want to go ahead and grab these Trophy Thomas Jiggies we got. We got 2 of them just chilling right here, so let's go ahead and grab those guys. And let's go take them back. We'll also grab the Banjoland Jiggies just to turn those in. We do need to turn all this stuff in to actually unlock Banjoland 4. We don't really need that since we're not doing it today anyways, but we're gonna have to turn them in eventually, so we might as well turn the Jiggies in now. And also, for getting past 20 Jiggies, we will get some freebies, and some pretty good ones. We've got the high grip wheels, which, you know, we already got high grip wheels, we already got balloons, but we do get a medium fuel and a medium ammo. We also get a liquid squirter, but we already got one of those from a crate, but mostly the fuel and the ammo are awesome. We haven't really had a super big need for a bunch of ammo yet, but eventually, lots of ammo is going to be very, very important. And we also unlock a new stage at Klungo's Arcade. We'll do that eventually, but I think I'm going to wait till all the stages for that unlock. I should probably comment on what exactly Klungo's Arcade is. It's basically what it sounds like. It's a little arcade game. It's kind of like a side-scrolling platformer thing. And for beating the different stages, you do get some notes, so it's worth doing. And also the last stage, there's 5 stages in total. The last stage only rewards 1 note, so it's probably worth doing the first 4 stages and not worrying about the last one so much until later, but, well, I'm not in a dire need of notes or anything right now, so I'm not super worried about it. But we dropped all of our Jiggies all over the floor, kind of lined my car up super poorly, so let me try that again. Let's get that guy up there, and let's go see if we can grab that last one. There we go, and now we just have to somehow get all of these across the lake without spilling them. Hopefully we can do it. 5 isn't too bad. During the speedrun, we actually transfer, I think, 7. Like 7 of these plus a crate at the same time, and that is crazy. It's very, very difficult to not spill them in the water, so you gotta be super careful if you've got a lot, because it gets very awkward to move, especially in the water. Like, when you try to go in the water, your boat will just, like, tip over, which is pretty unfortunate. But, well, let's go ahead and head back. You might have saw right there, we unlocked Act 4 and Act 5. Act 5 for Banjoland, very easy to unlock, unlike pretty much all the other acts in the game, or all the other game worlds. But now that we've got those out of the way, let's go and get some crates. Now, right over here, we've got another Stop and Swap crate. So this would only be here, once again, if you got the Stop and Swap stuff from Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox Live Arcade version. So that's that. And down here as well, there are some notes. And I forget if I've ever pointed this out, but to dive down in the water, you just press X, and then to swim, you just hold down A. If you ever need any little tips like that I forget to cover, or maybe you just missed me covering during the playthrough or the walkthrough here, just go talk to Bottles. Bottles is definitely your friend for all the game mechanic type stuff. I think we got them all right there. Let's take a look around, and it looks like we got them. So let's go back up to the surface. Our boat, or our car, is way over here now. Nope, kind of got stuck on the rock right there. But it's fine, let's just drive it back up here. We're gonna get those crates on the right soon, but I wanna go to the left first because there is some stuff up this way as well. So let's go get this CRUD first. Watch out, Mr. Piggy wearing a bikini. And lots of rhinos. Sometimes when they try to like dodge you, oh my gosh, I just killed that guy. I dropped him in the water. I really hope rhinos can swim. But I was about to say, sometimes when they try to dodge you, they'll just jump in the water on their own. But up here we've got more notes. Right here is a wrench it bolt. That will be important next episode. So remember that one for next time. But for now, not super important. Let's go down here and we'll grab the crate as well as some more notes. And you can see we need 59 Jiggies for Act 6 in Banjoland. It's going to be a while before we do that one. We've got both our crates. We've got all the notes. Let's go ahead and just drive off a cliff now because we can still float. So now we'll go up to the right. Once we get up here, I'm going to do something a little bit strange. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this crate inside the car, and I'm actually going to pick up the car and drop it off the cliff because this cliff right here is slippery, so we won't be able to walk back up here. So we'll have to recall our vehicle and the crates won't come with it. Very awkward, so we're just going to drop this into the water and fall off anyways. Great job, Banjo. Dude, don't tip over. Okay, good. Get out of my way, Piggy. Okay, let me try that one again. Get out of the way, Mr. Rhino. Gosh dang. Okay, we're going to drop him in the water without us also falling off. Please don't tip over. Looks like it kind of worked. All right. So let's go along this tightrope right here, and this is a bit of an awkward tightrope because the tightrope sinks down so far that we can't actually reach the notes, so you could jump off, but the problem with jumping is whenever you land, you're instantly teetering. So a better tactic is to put your camera up like this by pressing down, and then just kind of grab them with right trigger and drop them on your head when you go under them. Makes things a lot easier than having to jump and teeter every single time. And there we go, we're just about at the end, and we made it! So now we've got crate number 23. I'm just gonna take this one and we'll chuck it off the thing right there, and we'll pick that one up a bit later, because we've got another tightrope to go on right here. As you can see, as I jump on, we teeter, but once again, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna drop them on my head just like that. All I'm doing is, as soon as we get underneath them, I just tap right trigger, and it does it. Oh, teeter. Ah, jeez. I'm not the best at these tight ropes, and doing it from a different angle can be a little bit awkward, but it's not too bad. It's pretty much the same as doing it face on. Dear everyone, I completely forgot to go back and get this note. It's like the large text all over again. Please spam me in the comments or on Twitter so I remember to get it next time. Thanks. You rock. Quickly, but there's kind of not. We're just about at the end right here, so let's go ahead and jump off, and let's go get a very sneaky crate. Right over here on top of Town Square, or on top of Mumbo's Motors. It's been here this entire time. It's just chilling up there. So again, we'll take that guy. We'll just drop him down. And let's go back and get our car and get the crate we dropped down as well. All right, I've got my car. It looks like one of the crates dropped off, so I'm going to have to go pick that guy back up. And there we go. Let's see. I think the other one was somewhere around here. Where did I drop it? Wait, was that it? Was the one I just picked up it? Maybe I'm forgetting something. I don't know. Maybe we just have these three. I thought there was another one, but I'm kind of brain farting. No, there is one more. I'll go back for it. Let's go get all these crates lined up real quick, and then I'll go back for that other one. Let me just grab this. Oh, not the bench. Let's grab this last one right here. You might notice there are some police roaming around. It didn't really happen today, but once the police show up, once you start trying to get jiggies, they'll actually try to arrest you while you're trying to bring the jiggies back. And well, they don't really actually arrest you. They kind of just try to kill you, and they can scatter the jiggies, get them over everywhere. It's kind of annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and grab the crate right here, though, that I somehow forgot. Oh, what the? And there we go. All the crates are inside the pink square, so let's go talk to Mumbo himself and see what we got. So first off, we got Detacher. We got two of them. This item's a little bit strange. Basically what you do is you can attach the backside to your vehicle, and then you can attach things to the front side. And once you press a button, it'll drop everything that's on the front side off of it. It detaches it basically. There are some uses for this. You really have to be creative to make this one work, but there are some places it's pretty useful, and I'll show that off a little bit later. Here we've got some more small taxi seats. We've got fluffy dice. This is from the Stop and Swap crate. Another just kind of cosmetic item. There's another medium fuel, a whole bunch of heavy body pieces. We've got a self-destruct. This is from the crate that was kind of on top of Mumbo's Motors. This one does what it sounds like. It just kind of explodes and takes your vehicle out with it. Again, you kind of have to be creative to make this one work, but I'll show it off eventually. It can be useful. And here we got another medium engine. Awesome. Well, with that, we're done in Showdown Town for today. Let's go and enter Banjoland Act 3. And by the way, check this out, guys. We're already at 31 out of 57 crates. We are more than halfway done, and we're only on part 7. Alrighty, so Banjoland 3 is right down here. You could walk down that little stair right there, but I just like to drive off the side and jump out of my car just like that. And in we go. As you can see, 3 Jiggies and 3 Jinjos. Alrighty, here we are. Let me go get out my CRUD Mobile version 2. And we'll get going. Actually, I probably should have got the Fly Crudder, but I'll swap to that in a second. Well, you know what, we'll very slowly drive over here. We've got a little mission inside the lake. I guess we're just gonna very slowly make our way over. You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump out of the car and walk it. But once we get here, this one, because we're in a lake, we're gonna have to build a boat, because we don't have a boat vehicle yet. We got those floaters, so we're gonna have our first water race right here. Let's go get to it. Let's go talk to Klungo here. Bear come to only fun spot in whole stupid place, or the only fun spot, I guess. Klungo and Blubber race on water while boss not around. Want to join in? I guess so. Sure thing, Klungo. Let's make some waves. So yes, this is going to be our first water race right here, and water controls are a little bit awkward in this one. I'm going to show you guys kind of what not to do, and then show you the oddities of what you should actually be doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to load up a vehicle right here, and I'm going to load up a Humble blueprint that she gave us. She gave us the Humble Boat 1 right here, and I'm going to show you guys kind of what not to do. Now, this right here only has a small engine on it. I'm going to go ahead and throw some more engines on it just to show you that it's it's really not just the engines that are at fault here. So there we go. We'll just stick a bunch of engines on there, right there. And let's go take this guy to the testo track. And you can see it's very, very kind of awkward to turn. It's not too bad. The reason it's a little bit better at turning right now than it otherwise would be is because we put all of those engines up top. But you can see it's still just not that great at turning. The oddities with boats is you actually want them to be very top heavy, so those engines right there help. Without those engines, it would be extremely hard to turn. So there's an okay boat. You could just use that, but let me show you guys how to make a great boat. What we're going to do is go down to chassis, and we're going to take boat chassis 1. This one's a very, very basic looking boat, but it's all we need. We've got the floaters right in the center right there, which is perfect. Let's go ahead and delete a few things right here, and we're going to go to power. Let's go get out our engines, and we're just going to make a ridiculous contraption right here. So what we're going to do is basically delete these blocks right here, and we're just going to make a stack of all of these different things, and then we'll do a bunch of small engines along the side like that. Now let's go down to some fuel, and we'll go grab some medium fuel, stick it right there. We can stick another one. I don't even know how this is going to work. You know what? We'll actually get rid of the small one down there and stick it up like that, and then we'll go get these small ones, and we'll just drop them on like that. And there you go. I know this looks ridiculous, but trust me, guys, this is going to work out great. Let's go to the testo track right here, and you'll see, first off, we're going to be moving very quickly. Oh, okay. I missed a very, very important thing, and this is something very easy to forget. For every boat, you want to make absolutely certain that you have propellers, otherwise you're not going to move at all. So let's go down to fly and float. Let's go grab our propellers, and we're going to put on all 4 of them. Now, for the propellers, you want them to be very low down, because if they're not in the water, they're actually not going to be doing CRUD. So we want to put these super low down, just like that. And we'll even go all the way over to the front and put one on the front, just because we have 4 of them. And that should work out pretty good there. I actually do want to change one thing. I want it to be a little bit heavier in the back right there. So we're going to move up these small engines like that and put the mediums just like that. I think this will help us out a little bit. The controls were pretty good. I just did a test on it. It was pretty good, but I think it could be even better if we put a little bit more weight in the back right there. So now let's go give this guy a try. And there we go. That's what I was looking for. Look at how good the turns are right there. This is going to help us out a lot once we get into the mission. The pool of water here is a little bit small though, so I kind of crashed, but this is going to be a great boat. Let's go ahead and give it a name. I'm going to call it boat for now. If you guys want to give it a better name, definitely go for it. I know I keep asking you guys for names, and I haven't actually gone back to name everything. Maybe I'll do that next episode, because we got a lot of stuff to do next episode. But let's go get to our first race right here, our first water race, that is. Now, these guys, they're going to be slow, and we're going to have quite a lot of sharp turning right here. That is why I wanted to have a vehicle that has good turning. Now, around some of these bigger turns like that, the very sharp turns, you are going to want to kind of treat this like you would a ground mission, where you let off the throttle, you hit the brakes. Imagine like you're drifting, but you're in the water. That's kind of what you want to do here. So hit the brakes for these super sharp turns, but most turns, this vehicle is going to be pretty good for. That's just kind of what you want to go for boats. You want to have the weight kind of high up and kind of in the back. You want the floaters to be in the middle, although on the sides wouldn't be too bad either. And you want to have the propellers down low, so you make sure that they're in the water. And also, you want to try to go for a narrow vehicle. You can see we're only 3 blocks wide. We can make it like 4 blocks or 5 blocks wide, but in my opinion, that just makes the turning worse, and it doesn't really give you any benefits. So, I mean, test things out, see what works for you, but I would definitely recommend going for a more simple design, kind of like this, and it'll probably work out great for you. This is what we use in the speedrun as well, although in the speedrun we have a bit more engines. Now, we could buy more engines. There's actually a large engine that just became available at the shop at Humbawamba. I could have bought that as well, but, you know, we've already got so many medium engines, I didn't want to make it too complicated for now. But we will be buying that large engine probably next episode. But there you go, there's the first mission down, and let's go get moved on to the next one. But I do want to swap over to the flying CRUD, if I can find it. All right, version pink is what I named it right there. Now, we're going to have a few Jinjo missions. One is right over here, so let's go get to that guy. But the missions are kind of split up in this stage. There's some on one side of the map and some on the other side, so we're going to have to do a lot of flying. But right here, we've got a Jinjo boat mission, so some more boat practice. Not too bad. This is not that bad of a mission. You could, I think you can hop out and edit the vehicle. You could take the little canopy off. That might help out a little bit. But I just don't really think it's that necessary. We're kind of going to take the path that we took on that one mission where we were pushing towards the ice block. That's what we're going to be doing here as well. So we're just going to go around right here and drive up the side right here. And hopefully not lose our Jinjo along the way. We got to be careful not to crash into the sides there, because that might drop him. And from here, we just got to be careful because the turning is very slippery. And there we go, we got to the top, so that's going to be it for that one. And I know I've been collecting a lot of these Jinjo coins. Next episode, we will finally be spending some of these coins. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff next episode, even if it's not a lot of missions. We'll be doing a lot of stuff like the Jinjo Bingo, lots of achievements, all kinds of cool stuff. But now let's go get to one of the most annoying missions in the game. Right over here, we've got bottles, and we've got to be a little bit of a taxi. We've done lots of Jinjo taxiing, but this is on a different level. You still hear a Goggle Boy? Isn't it kicking out time yet? Maybe. Gosh darn it, the park's about to close and some of my employees still haven't clocked off. I can't go around, running around the floor like a common worker. Could you track them down on my behalf? Kind of like what we had to do for Piglet back in Logbox. We have to go around and pick up the workers right here, but this time we have to do it with a very awkward vehicle. We've got the little, I forget what they're called, but the things that make us you can have trailers like this. We've got this guy, and the turning is ridiculous. You want to try to drive very straight and be very careful going over slopes, because if the tail flicks out from behind you, you're just going to lose control and it'll be crazy. So let's go up here. We got to stop, get him into the first car. We're going to have to go up the side right here. I kind of like to try to follow this little power cable you see that's kind of connecting all the lights on these trees. I just like to follow that up, and we don't have to go all the way around if we just go up just like that. We can make it up pretty easily. Nice little shortcut. And now we're going to pick up Boggy, but there's another little guy right here. We want to grab this one, and I'm going to attach it. Now, there's another one of these attachers in the back, so you could just kind of drive up and grab it that way, but I like to actually stick it on the side of my vehicle just like this. This will make turning very difficult, but it makes it so our vehicle won't lose control as often. Whoop, we gotta wait and get these guys back in the car, actually. Kind of goofed right there. Go ahead and hop in, you guys. Oh, come on. There you go, Mumbo. Alrighty, so now let's go down, and like I said, our turning's a little bit worse. We have to be careful, especially turning to the right is going to be difficult with this thing. But it shouldn't be too bad. As long as we're very careful with our turns, go slow around the turns, we should be able to make it no problem here. Again, I prefer having it on the side like that over having it in the back whipping around. You could have it in the back if you want, but I just think this is a better option. Now we're going to be risky. We're going to go down the side right here, hopefully not crash and lose all of our guys. Oh, we lost one of them. Okay, just one. That's fine. Let's wait for him. Sometimes you'll lose them at the top of the pyramid, and then you basically fail the mission. That is not good. My decision to stick him on the side is not paying off super well right now, but we got out of there, just going very carefully, and there you go. We got that one completed as well, and we still got the trophy. A very annoying mission, but as long as you don't lose control too much, it's not that hard to get the trophy. Now let's see if I can get out of here. Oh, come on, go up. Go up! Oh, there we go. Sometimes taking flight is not the easiest thing. Now let's go off to the other side of the map and try to get some of these Jinjo missions done. Actually, there's one way up here, so let's go do that, CRUD. Now, this is a Jinjo combat, and this one is kind of difficult. There's a tactic that we're going to have to start using for the Jinjo combats that we haven't really had to do before, which is basically you don't have to just push them, you can also hit them. You can use weapons and stuff to stun them. So we're going to go ahead and get out the Nicolas Cage right here, and we're going to give it a little bit more firepower. Now, I'm not going to put on a regular weapon, I'm actually going to put on a gadget right here, and what we're going to put on is the Sticky Ball. This actually does a pretty good job at stunning the opponent, so let's go ahead and put it on. You could use an egg gun or the grenade gun if you bought that from Grunty, or not from Grunty, from Humblewumba, but the Sticky Ball I find works pretty darn well. Let's see if I can actually show it off properly. Although I forgot to stick the engines on. I meant to stick the rest of our medium engines on, but hopefully we're okay without it. But the reason this one is difficult is because the edges of the map are kind of sloped. So, well, we'll give it our best shot here. But basically, I want to get him to the side just like this, shoot the Sticky Ball, and as you can see, that's going to stun him. And then we can kind of, well, hopefully not lose control like that. We can kind of just drop him off the side, and there you go. Once you stick him with the Sticky Ball, he's stunned. He's not going to be pushing back against you, so you basically have a free ride to just push him. It's super, super handy, and it works really well as well with the cage right there, because you get a very easy shot at it. But there we go, we got that one done. Let's go do the other Jinjo mission, and then we'll do the Jiggy mission as well. I think the Jinjo mission's on top of this guy. Yep, it's right up there. We'll grab these notes once we do Nutty Acres, or why do I call everything Nutty Acres? Once we do Banjoland Act 4, we'll grab all these notes as well. Now, this guy is going to be a Jinjo race, and I believe, yeah, it said it's a land-based race. Now, this one is kind of mean. You have to be very, very careful during this first portion. we have to drive very carefully on these little things right here. And all of these brown bumps, those will knock you off. So basically, take it super slow up here. You can see I'm already skidding out just like that. Just take it slow. You can even add like a freeze easy to your vehicle to try to stop him if you want. But I don't think it's that important. As long as we get through that first part, we can start speeding up down here. It's not quite as punishing once we're down here. Oh, well, skidding out a little bit. Gosh dang it! I guess this is our first challenging race a little bit right here. But it shouldn't be too bad. Once we get over here, it's not that bad. Unless I overshoot. Oh, I'm doing terrible. I'm doing so bad. No, 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 don't be sinking on me. No. Okay, we can catch up. We still got this, CRUD. Come on, CRUDmobile can't fail me now. I know I forgot to put on the extra medium engine, but come on. Oh, he's right there. He beat me. Gosh dang it. Okay, I made too many mistakes right there, and it did not work out. I forgot to put the extra medium engine. I forgot to, well, I didn't put a weapon. I decided not to put a weapon. So let's try that again. Again, we're just going to let go of the throttle when we go over these little bumps, and hopefully not get pushed around by that guy as well. And okay, that went so much better. Hopefully I won't fly off into the water again this time. That was the real killer. It wasn't getting pushed by him because he kind of slowed down when that happened as well. It was really just going too fast right here. So we're going to slow down right here. Still went kind of fast, but not too fast. There we go. Much better. So on that little checkpoint over the hill, slow down a little bit. You will not regret it. And let's make it through, not crash. No, 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 no. You know, we're going to hop out. We're going to walk it. Come on, come on, come on. And we got it. All right. Man, these Jinjo missions are starting to get a little bit more difficult. The odd thing is the Jinjo missions in some ways are kind of harder than the actual Jiggy missions. Not always. There will be some very difficult Jiggy missions, but a lot of the times those Jinjo missions can be quite challenging. But let's go down. Let's go do our last Jiggy mission of the day. This one, pretty simple. Basically, there's going to be a bunch of security cameras around, and we have to go around and turn them on. The thing that's kind of strange is there's actually 5 security cameras, but we only have to turn on 3 of them. So that's what we're going to do. That's basically all there is to it. Now for this one, you absolutely want a flying vehicle because almost everything we have to fly to actually get to. So there's 5 different things you could choose from. The 3 I'm going to choose are kind of the fastest. It's the ones we use during the speedrun as well, but I don't know, there's different ones you could go to. I just prefer these 3. So the first one does take a little while to get to. It's right over here. And you do have to be careful because there's a blowing enemy. So you really want to be careful. And another thing you got to be careful about, if you crash into the little camera right there, it'll actually break it and it will not count. So you'll have to go get a different one. So you want to be very careful not to break these. If you break it, you could try to go for a different one, or you could just, oh, kind of messed that up. I'll go get my vehicle in a second. But you'll either have to start the mission over or try to go for a different camera. I would recommend just starting over if you're going for the trophy. But I kind of goofed. I didn't mean to drop my vehicle off like that. And the last one is actually not on the right there. It's over here on the boat. The one on the right's a little bit tricky to get to, so I like this one on the boat. And this one, I don't really care if I lose my vehicle, so I'm just going to jump out just like that. And down we go. And there we go. That one took me like 54 seconds. A good speedrun time is like below 30 seconds, so that was pretty slow right there. But you know what? That is going to wrap things up for Banjoland Act 3, and that's going to wrap things up for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was a little bit more of a long act right here. Some of the acts later on are actually very long. There'll be like 5 or even 6 missions, so some of them will be quite long. This is kind of like a mid-length one. But next time, we'll be coming back. We'll do Banjoland Act 4 and a whole bunch of other little things as well. So, I'll see you guys then. Take care!